treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your prom, for your post, your your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal.
Blow your mind.
Ooh, why you do that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back. Ooh. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back. Hello? That's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. I eat it. Ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you back.
Camara Drive-In. Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is Madden NFL Football on EA.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On third down, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate, as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. On the ground, this is Kamara, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Allen off the play fake. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. Touchdown number 18 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. To throw is Bridgewater. To Michel on the screen. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, A little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying.
That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's go.
Following the penalty, Michelle. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Michelle. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Through an opening, and there he goes. And touchdown. Derrick Henry, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Allen going to throw. He's going deep for... That's caught at the 25. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
That's out to his running back, Michel. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Michel. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big-time run there by Sony Michel. 44 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And it's caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now a play fake here on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. And there's the total for the season, of course. Every runner wants to hit that 1,000-yard mark. He's going to need to turn up production a little bit if he wants to do just that.
And I think he'll get a lot of help because teammates want players to get to milestones. And 1,000 yards for any running back in the NFL, that's a milestone. And it reflects positively on the team, too, as well, when a person reaches that threshold. So he's not just out there running by himself. He'll get plenty of escorts, and I think guys will do a little extra blocking for him in this one.
And I'm guessing he knows what he needs to get to reach 1,000.
Any runner that tells you that he doesn't
is lying.
Yes.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Completes it to Lee. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Able to power through. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Here's Bridgewater. Lee's got it over the middle. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. He's got his man. It's Andrews. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Bridgewater again. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And now out come the Bills. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To Michel on the dump off. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. We got this. We got this.
And again, it's Bridgewater. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we've come upon it. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And some room to work. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Brought down by Nate Gary.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On play action, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Now on fourth down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete.
Fourth down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a third and about 5. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. From the gun, they run with Michel. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A first down carry for Henry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Bridgewater. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. It felt like he was in the pocket all day, never got rid of it.
And when you have that much time, you've got to either find someone open or get rid of it, because with that amount of time to throw the ball, that means the offensive line's done a really nice job.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A run there on 1st down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Earl Thomas in on the stop. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run. This is Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Allen. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 17-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Come on, baby. Let's go.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
They go play action here on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Brings up second down.
To throw again on second down. Allen. And an alley to run. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Allen. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Allen now looks to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Allen, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Patrick Owasor came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. Again, it's Michel, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunity.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Don't throw this way.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Bridgewater toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk the man he was looking for, and that'll make it third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Tim Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I don't think there could have been a better pocket for him to throw from, yet he never got rid of the football, and it goes down as a sack.
I mean, he had time to build a campfire back there. He still couldn't get rid of it.
I'll bring the s'mores next time.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but now it'll be third down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Mike 10! In your face.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Allen going to try and throw on third down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Important extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the drive there took 6 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Ravens now down by 7. And time, a huge factor. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw to Michelle on the screen. He'll have a first down past the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Completes it to Lee. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go.
Bridgewater. He's got his man. It's Andrews. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Back to throw. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun to Michel. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. He's back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Back to throw. Allen gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Now Allen. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Patrick Owasor picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. To throw is Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Throwing now is Allen. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Allen to throw it. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Allen's throw is complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there, and now it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Kamara. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Allen taking it himself. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Bills, it will wind up a 500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all accounts,
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I store up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made this piece of work, I don't think they really heard me like move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, number 1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many when they know the shit. They was hating, know they shit, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many when they know the shit. They was hating, know they shit, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money. What it makes.